evening, everybody. So I'm going to take a little bit of a different bend than the previous speakers, and I would imagine the ones that will follow me. And I'm going to start out with a quiz. I'm a teacher. That's what we do. And this one, actually, you could say is kind of an eye test of sorts. So can you read my necklace? Anybody? Anybody? Okay. Well, just trust me. It has a little Latinate phrase on it that says "ancora imparo." I can't do a Latin accent, sorry. And that, supposedly, according to the story that the jeweler that sold it to my husband, it was the phrase uttered by Michelangelo when he finished painting the roof of the Sistine Chapel, and he was standing back looking at his work, and somebody said, "So what do you think of it?" And this was his reply, and it means, "I'm still learning." So my challenge to you tonight, what I'm going to try to convince you in the next 3 to 4 minutes, is to adopt this credo, to carry with you through the rest of your life, so that 80, 85, at 90 years of age, when you're looking back on your life, you can utter the same words, "I'm still learning," and then truly you will have been able to harness the whirlwind of opportunities that your life presented. Now, what does that look like through the eyes of education? I can tell you the way education has been done historically in this country, it would not be very exciting. But I'm here to tell you that times are changing. And in the introduction, they told you I'm the principal of the L&N STEM Academy. We're an example of how times are changing. We're a non-traditional school here in Knox County. We're a magnet school. Every student who's there applied to be there, so they all want to be there. We are steeped in technology. Every student is issued an iPad instead of a textbook. And they access all of their course materials through the iPad, through the internet. Their teachers harness the power of the internet in order to instruct and also to engage students. We think this is the way to go. And one of the things that we exemplify that I actually, during the interview process with my faculty, asked is, how do you live the credo, "I'm still learning"? That's what we all need to do. If you stop and think about how long we spend in formal education as compared to the whole spectrum of your life, it's a drop in the bucket. It's a wink of an eye. So what we have to do to be able to harness the whirlwind of opportunities around us is to become lifelong learners. So I ask everyone sitting here, what are you doing to continue your own learning? We can enroll in courses in the university, hang around there, see what they know for a while, and then move on. Well, when you move on, what are you doing? The internet is a place where, and this is what we encourage our students to do, the internet is a place where we can go and create learning communities that cross cultural, social, and economic barriers. And even the way we educate our children in class is changing. For example, I would absolutely kill a teacher who taught a lesson the way I'm talking to you right now, but this is going to be a short one, so it's okay, they'll forgive me. But what we try to do is, instead of static presentations that the business world has used, like PowerPoint, we're moving to more dynamic and interactive presentations like the Prezi resource, if you've ever seen a Prezi presentation. We use Twitter feeds in class so that the conversation can continue after class. We use live blogging sites so students can blog while the teacher's instructing, and then when they start their scaffolded practice, the teacher can comment on their comments on the blog, and again, the conversation keeps going. We want our students to take the iPads home so that the conversation keeps going 24 hours a day. And that, I believe, is where education is headed. We know that the world, it's always 8 o'clock a.m. somewhere, right, on the globe. So we need to recognize that. People are born with body clocks that run differently, so why do we start high school at 8:30 in the morning? What 14-year-old is wide awake at 8:30 in the morning? Not many, I'll tell you. So why are we stuck to that calendar? Better yet, think about the calendar. Why do we start or run school from roughly September through June? Oh, think of the growing season. They can be in school then because they needed to be out during the summertime to help harvest. How many of our students in modern day schools, not just in Tennessee, are out helping with harvest? They're not. So it's time for policymakers to harness the whirlwind. It's time for us as voters to become informed and look at all the plethora of avenues there are out there for us to explore. Just because a student is geographically located in one place should not limit their potential. And again, the internet, I'm a big believer in the technology and using it to break down other barriers that students face. So as we go through our lives, the way that you can get involved and the way you can harness your opportunities for learning as you progress through your spectrum is to be an informed voter, number one and foremost. Number two, whatever community you're a part of, go out and become a part of the educational community. If you're currently a student in college, go find the schools that are nearest to the campus and offer to tutor or mentor or just be an email pen pal to a student. Go in and ask a teacher if you can help them set up a lab experiment if you're in a sciences kind of area. Go in and offer to help coach. Schools now, we're competing in all kinds of things. We've got robotics teams, science olympiads, art competitions, drama competitions. You don't have to be an athlete to go back to school and coach young people. One of the best things that we can do is to provide them the role models that are different from the ones that they seem to idolize and read about on TMZ and the MTV generation sort of thing. We need them to see that people who started in education, everybody in this room has experienced the same K-12 education someplace in the country or someplace in the world and then come here. You can share that and let another student see, I don't have to be an Einstein, I don't have to be Bill Gates in order to go out and be successful and take advantage of the opportunities that are there before me. I would close with a quote from Nelson Mandela, who's told us that what men fear are not that we are powerless, but that we are powerful beyond measure. And if you take hold of your power, you could find yourself powerful enough to harness a whirlwind.